I made a big mistake. I created another timeline.
So what changed?
You've been acting oddly.
What's wrong with you?
There is something not right about you.
There's a whole new guy that you didn't even know about?
And he doesn't like me very much.
Oh, that's impossible. You're like pudding. Everybody likes pudding.
I screwed up everybody's life.
Now you want to be there for me. Just trying to understand.
You need to tell me what is going on, Barry, right now.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Hey guys, it's me, Drew, aka The Green Arrow, and today is gonna be my review on The Flash Season 3. So, here it goes. This episode we got introduced to a new character and an old character came back as well, which was pretty cool. But we got introduced to two new characters this episode. One was Mirror Master and the other was Top. Now, anyone who knows who Mirror Master is, he basically can use any respective surface to basically jump between and get around. And Top, she in this she's a woman in this season, but if you read the original comics, Top's a guy, so they've actually changed the sex of her, which is pretty cool. So we had Tops and we had Mirror Master. Okay, so it starts off the episode where we get to see our old friend Snap come back, Mr. Cold. And basically what ends up happening is there was a job that they ended up in doing. This is just before the particle accelerator went kaboom and give them all their powers. But they basically did a job together and Snap basically said to them they couldn't spend none of the money, because if they spent the money, then he's going to come back and he's not going to be very happy. So what happens, they ends up in spending some of the money, Snart ends up in finding out, and what does he do? He comes and he actually says to them, we're going to have a little conversation about this. Now Top turns around to him and says, you know what? What's the point of doing jobs if you're not going to spend the money? Like, it doesn't make sense. We might as well spend the money because we've done the job. Snart was like, it doesn't work that way. I told you wait 3 years before you even touch a dime. And with that, they end up in having Mirror Master and him end up having a little fight. The particle accelerator goes kaboomy. And as that goes kaboomy, Tops is tumbling through the air. Like, she's just spiding through the air and then she lands on the floor. And Mirror Master disappears in this mirror. He just disappears. It's like, where's it go? It's gone. So he ends up disappearing. Now, fast forward, Tops ends up in getting put into, I think they call it black hole, whatever they keep their metahumans. And obviously, Mirror Master got trapped in the mirror. He actually finally comes out of the mirror 3 years later. And he's automatically looking for Snart. Because, you know, him and Snart had a very, very sticky past, should you say. So it ends up in going on in the episode. So basically what ends up in happening is they get, well, Mirror Master comes out of the mirror and he ends up in going after Snart, which he can't find him because everyone knows that Snart went off to join the Legends team and is actually dead. So, sorry, spoilers there, yeah, he is dead, yeah, right? So when he's out and he's looking for him, he's like, where's Snart, where's Snart? And everyone's like, Snart's gone. No, he's gone, right? So I'll pause that one there. We'll jump over to the Flash team. So basically, as we know, Jessie Quick, she's learning to be a speedster. She's taking on all the knowledge and everything from Barry. So Barry basically puts her through a couple of tests. And in these tests, you know, she passed a few of them, but with one of them, which is observation, she fails on because she went and took a tumble. But later on in the episode, Barry meets up with Tops and with Mirror Master, and he basically says to her, stay here. Don't follow me, stay here. Because at this point, Mirror Master's jumping from like building to building, because obviously he can jump from reflections to reflection. And that's pretty much what he's doing. And then you can see Barry's chasing him up this building, and then suddenly you see Jessie, she go, and she, you know what, to be fair, Jessie is just as fast as the Flash. To be fair, she is fast, pretty fast. But anyway, let it run. Flash continues going after Mirror Master. Jessie stops with Tops, you know. And then with that, Tops gives her this incredible way of vertigo, because that's her power, and brings her to her knees, and she comes flying off the building. Flash has to turn around, grab her, bring her back down. As he does that, Mirror Master grabs him and throws him into a mirror. So now he's trapped within the mirror world. And anyone who knows the cartoons or has read the comics, Mirror World is actually a real place, but we didn't get to see it in this episode because it's going to be a lot of work. But he does need a hall of mirrors, though. I'll get to that in a minute. So basically, what ends up happening is they end up taking the mirror back to Star Labs. Now, the only way to get Barry out would be to have it freeze at like a really, really cold, -1,000 or whatever. It had to be really, really cold. Now, Cisco and Wells ended up in like trying to make this thing which froze the glass and made him basically molecules all the way through it and come out. Didn't work. So we all know what was going to happen next. We knew that Caitlin was going to come up to it and touch it, and that is exactly what she did. Caitlin came up to it, touched it. As we all know, Caitlin is turning into Killer Frost very slowly. They're teasing you, which is pretty cool. So anyway, we'll get back to Caitlin in a minute. I'm going to finish off with Tops and Mirror Master. So basically, the final showdown between Barry, Jessie, Tops, and Mirror Master was Barry ends up in figuring out after he comes out of it that there's only one way to trap him, and that's in a loop, in a mirror loop, right? So it's your turn. He sets up a hall of mirrors, right? And after setting up the hall of mirrors, he goes and smashes every single mirror. But to Mirror Master, every single mirror is still there. So what happens? He runs into the mirror and he comes straight back to the same place. Another place, same thing. Same thing. Every mirror the Mirror Master jumped into, he ended back up in the mirror, in the center of this hall of mirrors, which was like basically his prison cell. So they ended up in trapping Mirror Master and putting him into Black Hole, having no reflective surfaces, doled out everything's dull, all the rest of it perfect. They end up in Jessie ends up in taking down Tots, which was pretty cool as well. So she ends up in going push and knocking her out. But let's go back to Caitlin quickly. We all know that Caitlin is turning into Killer Frost. Now, Barry doesn't know exactly how he got out, but he knows something's wrong. And Wells also knows there's something wrong as well. They've also recruited a new Wells as well. I don't reckon much of him. I'll talk about him next week, but I don't reckon he's a good Wells. But Wells and Jessie end up going back to Earth too. Jessie and Wally also kissed as well, so you know that there's something between them two as well. But Caitlin was in the shower and she took a shower, and basically you could see the Killer Frost come out of her. So she's there, Killer Frost is there. But that's it really, guys. That's all what happened in The Flash this week. If you think I missed anything, stick in the comment section down below. I'm Drew, aka The Green Arrow, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and like button so I know you guys are out there. But as always, guys, I'm your host, Drew, aka The Green Arrow.